If you hate sacrificing because it feels wrong to give up something tangible like a pawn for something vague like activity or an open center, this video is for you. Because my opponent will play a weird opening and indicate rather quickly that he is not willing to castle. And I will show you the cues for that. That is not the problem. The problem is that his king is actually quite safe in the center, and there is no way for me to exploit this information except with a pawn sacrifice. So the goal is that by the end of the video, you are confident enough to see my opponent's king is stuck in the center, but it's not exploitable. So let's sacrifice a pawn, even though it's a center pawn, to break open the center and win. And that's only the main takeaway from this video. There is a lot more to learn. For example, I will sacrifice a pawn to attack his king, and I won't even checkmate him. I'll just win a couple of pawns, then I will get attacked. I'll see another way to just win a pawn, and then we will go to an endgame. I believe I'll be up 2 pawns, and they're the difference between a winning position and a win condition comes in. And I will explain that at the end of the game. So let's go. I am quite annoyed with what my opponent is doing. Uh, I don't understand how this guy is this close to 1800 playing all of what you just saw. That's called the Mises opening. Oh, that's actually a thing. I don't believe that. So, yeah, my opponent is just doing absolutely nothing. I'll just develop pieces and start an attack. Maybe playing e6 was bad, actually. I was scared of this bishop and one of these pawns being a threat, but if I just um low key, you can have my bad bishop. All of my pawns are on light squares. You can have my bad bishop. And I think you're preparing to go queenside. I could do the same. I mean, I'm just quite annoyed. Um, I can put a knight forwards. I don't know if that achieves anything except just trapping my own bishop. Cool. Um, although after takes with a check and takes, nah, not good enough. Check is also. Oh, check is a threat. Oh, that's cool. I can put my knight here. You can attack me. I can just move it back, and if you try and trap my bishop, I have check. And that's actually mate, which is hilarious. But I mean, let's not play wishful thinking. I think I have to queenside castle here, to be fair. If your king is staying in the center, I mean, sure. If you want to go kingside, I mean, sure. And if you want to go queenside, I can't really. You are not going queenside. I think I'll just start a attack then. Um, you go here. I can't really stop it. You can achieve this. I cannot stop that. I could. Uh, I just don't know if it's worth. Okay, you take my bishop now. That doesn't really matter. Um, here, take. Um, if I do this, I get hit with that. If I do this, you have takes, bishop takes. So let's just put a rook behind it. If I put my rook here, is that annoying? I could take. Um, is that annoying? Maybe I do have to push my pawn because if you achieve e4, I mean e4 has to lose, right? E4 take. It's defended twice. I don't know, like here take. If you take with the bishop, um there is almost a sacrifice brewing there. If I could achieve this and then take all the way, take oh, if you take the rook is actually defended. I was thinking about this, but that never really works. So if I do this, it would be very helpful if your knight was actually out, but um so I have to break open the center. After takes, I can take with the pawn opening up my rook. You take with the bishop, probably. I can get my knight out. Do I even have a threat? I'm really not sure. So, if I do this, you can play e4, and I don't know what I achieved. If I go for this, you can achieve an attack with an extra tempo. Is this strong? You can just log the attack. Yeah, that's about it. Um, so do I maybe just have to sacrifice a pawn so that after takes, I could, by the way, knight takes, queen takes, attack your queen. Queen has to move, but where is my attack? I mean, maybe I don't have to go for an attack yet and just double up my rooks. Um, I don't know. Here, take. Rook in here instantly. You have to go back. I can activate my knight. Um, how do I not have a immediate attack? Here, take, knight take, bishop take, pawn take, queen take is just a transposition. So if I go for this, you take, bishop take, queen take, knight attack, you leave like this. And I could bring this one as well. Here, take, bishop take, knight take, queen here. Attack with this rook. Um, or attack with the knight, so you have to leave like this. I mean, I really want this to work, but I don't see what I can do. Um, that weakens this, but it's well defend. I mean, I have to go for this. There's nothing else. Otherwise, you will achieve e4 and everything is so locked. So I think you have to take. Um, I probably just take back because your king is in the center. You can take. I could get a knight in. You have to leave. Um, you have to leave while defending your rook or this pawn. Huh. I mean, my pieces are active but not active. I don't know. It's like they're strong but without a purpose or target. Like these two are just taking away this. But I mean, I don't know. Takes maybe put a rook in there after, but after takes, I don't know. I'm opening up your attack. So after takes, I have to take. You will have to take. I could attack your bishop after. Hmm. Which will have to um excuse me. So take queen takes. Can I get this in? After takes, I have knight takes. I think he oversaw this. You probably want to open up, but I can take this with an attack. You have to take back. Then I could take, and everything is still shut. While I have opened up your king. I think you oversaw this move. And I mean, you could attack it, but I can take with an attack on your queen. If you do this, take, I can take your queen. You can take with an attack on my queen, but I mean, I already got your queen, and after takes, I feel like this knight is a target, so I have to take with this, and after take, I could win a pawn, but I don't think that's stronger than a free bishop. So take, you want this to work? I could, by the way, consider sacking my knight to get check in. Potentially. I could also... No, that doesn't do anything. So I feel like we have a good position now. Um yeah, and your king is just awkward, and this is... I don't enjoy 1800 range. Like it's still... people play so weird. But I mean, as long as I don't get all too good at punishing it, they're gonna keep playing weird, I guess. So king is in the center, can only castle into my attack, which is gorgeous. And yeah, that's it. You can only castle into my attack or stay in the center. I really think he should have castled queenside. If he castled queenside, we might have had a quite normal game. I didn't calculate this at all, by the way. Yeah, I just noticed that shuts everything. And I do need one extra move to make a threat. And he's not going to give me that move, obviously. So maybe this just... can I sack my knights? Pawn take, attacking the queen. You can take, I can give a check, but you can just block at the least. So yeah, I think that might fix a lot of your problems, but that makes this more difficult, but still possible. I mean, this is not really a threat, right? I can just take and... hmm, maybe it is. I mean, I still have this pawn, right? So that opens up this, but also that. So if you do this to play that, I can take, and that should be strong enough. I don't know what he's thinking about. You have to shut the center. Um, are you thinking about this? You can just take that with the knight. Yes, that's your only move. So I have to go here. to try and attack something because that isn't defended and very awkward. Maybe you're concerned about that. That's why it took so long. Yeah, that's smart. Um, but now your knight is very awkward, which has to be good. So if I do this, that's a bit tunnel visiony, like there are a lot of responses. Sacking doesn't make sense. I think this knight is in the way of that pawn break. Sacrificing doesn't make any sense. I don't have a way in. I don't have another pawn break. Does this make sense instead of this and that? I mean, I am just locking it down. So this, you have to play that instantly. Mm, and after takes, queen takes, I can attack your queen. Mm, maybe put a knight in here, so maybe in the future I can sack to check. Bishop here doesn't make any sense. That's defended twice. I really love this to work. Um, so I mean that also makes a lot of sense, maybe. Um, so I can get in here, take. And what's next? Put my knight in there? Maybe. I mean, usually the right way to go is forwards. So let's just go forwards. That's not a solution. Um, okay. Um, I don't really know what that does. Just attacking the pawn? I feel like this is an improvement to my king. That's still your only move. So now I yeah. I mean, if you take with your queen, you are absolutely brain damaged. What? Why did you do this? Improve my king to take with the queen. You could have played this and kept my queen and king aligned. That's brain damaged. So let's go check, take. After which what? Maybe here take, and I'm threatening to take this with the pin. And after check, take isn't a concern. You don't have a threat. I mean, that's the only thing you can try, but I'm threatening to take this. And then I should be able to sacrifice my knight. And I mean, I also have just good reinforcement in the center. So, yes, takes is forced. I can take. This pawn is quite strong. I'm threatening to sack. This might be forced, but I can just take it. How do you defend against the sacrifice? And then I could take. Check is not strong enough because the king defends. Fair enough, fair enough. And I mean, even if you defend it, you also have to defend the pawn first of all. You have to. I mean, this bishop is so strong. And I could just double up. So I don't see how you stop this. If you try that, I can just take, take. Queen takes as a free rook. Yeah, GG. So this is take with the queen with a check. You have to move. And I mean, that should just be winning in a couple of moves. Somehow, I don't see it yet. Can I get my queen and a pawn that far up the board and it's not winning? I mean, apparently, but he has to sack a lot to achieve that. So, um, yeah, I don't know what you even try to do. If you do nothing, I will just take. And how do you unpin this rook? Maybe that is your only thing to even try. Just give up this pawn. But then your position should fall apart. I don't see how yet, but I mean, this pawn will be quite undefendable ish. I don't understand how my opponent is kind of surviving. Oh, that's a move. Um, to be fair, didn't see it. So I can attack it, defend it. Hmm. Here. Um. I really feel like I should be winning somehow. Here. I can sack a knight. Take bishop, take pawn, take queen, take check. You run away. Can you just do that? I can go here, attack your rook, but you can just move, defending. Are you just fine there? That's insane. So, does going here make sense? Maybe. Can I achieve a knight? Then I should go here, but that's quite difficult. So, like this, you'll push, and I'll just double up my rooks, maybe. I only have 5 minutes. Let's go. Um, yes. So sacrificing is just not strong enough. Um. Oh wait, I can take. You cannot take back because rook is still pinned. Oh my god, we both missed that. That's so huge. Oh, we both missed that. This is maybe quite strong, I have to say. So it's not over yet. I mean, takes, queen takes, bishop takes, rook takes, king takes. So it doesn't work yet. But it could be quite strong. So if that's not a possibility. You can go all in, fair enough. Um, I mean, I'll just go back, I believe. Um, yeah, let's just go back. That might be strong, but you can just push maybe. Um, takes, take back, and I can just take this. And you cannot take like this because that's undefended. Yeah, that's good. Um, the point is that the bishop defends the rook. So if I take, you can take. But if I take this first, now this rook is only defended by the queen. So I can take, you cannot take because of takes. And if you take, I can just bishop takes and I'm up 2 pawns. You might have infiltration, but I can defend everything for now. And yeah, so you cannot take because that's not even defended anymore. You can still kingside castle, but that sacks a pawn. But I mean, it might not be the dumbest thing to do. I might be able to think. You just straight. Okay. Um. Oh, you win that back. Okay. Okay. So let's just kill the activity of your knight. I'm up a pawn. Um, check is quite useless. Yeah, you wanted to move the king anyway. Um, I might just improve my rook, cause why not? Yeah, why not? So, is this hard to defend? Oh yeah, actually, that's quite hard to defend. I have to go like this, which is very passive. Okay, fair enough. That was a slight fuke. Fluke? Fuke? I don't know. Um, yeah. I mean, how do you win this? I think. Oh, I see how I win this. Obviously, that's again what I tried to teach you like one or two videos ago. There is a big difference between. It was one video ago. There is a big difference between a winning advantage, being up a pawn, and this imbalance, and a actual win condition. I don't have a win condition in this scenario, so I have to make a win condition by making a passed pawn. And that's exactly what I should do here. Um, I should start pushing these pawns, and it will probably be quite uncomfortable because my rook is absolute trash. But I mean, I have to try to do it. So pushing this is the easy part. Maybe this, you attack it, I defend it. You're trying to double up, which is not too dumb. So if this, my rook can leave though. So I can just defend as active as possible. I do have to be very careful. Maybe no, because then my bishop is pinned. I cannot pin my bishop. Yeah, this will be very annoying. But I mean, I can get my rook here after. If you go back, I have to go back. If I do this, you can go back. And if have to go back. So this will be very annoying. Putting my rook here is so bad. I cannot sag that pawn, right? I only have an extra pawn, that's it. If I give away the pawn, I have nothing. I mean, if this leaves, maybe I can take, defend the pawn, and then maybe I don't know. I would really love you can try. No, I can take with the rook. If this I take with the pawn, you take this. Now my structure is bad. I do have a passed pawn though, so it might actually be worth it. If it didn't come with an attack on my bishop, maybe. Um, yeah, so this takes and takes might be worth it, but my bishop is under attack, so yeah, so I have to defend while not pinning. And now, I mean, this is all frozen. This is quite frozen. And I probably have to push, but I will really wish I could control some more squares. I mean, I can move my bishop, right? So that you cannot infiltrate, cannot infiltrate, cannot infiltrate. You could give me a check. I can run, but I still have two pieces on this. So if you infiltrate here, that's not the worst thing. You don't really have a target from behind. So probably moving my bishop. Um, you want to move this pawn in order to achieve that, I assume. If I block you, this is a move. Yeah, that's just a move. Okay. So probably this. I do allow this check and I allow the push so that you can activate your knight. Yeah, so you can give me a check, I will run, and you don't control anything. So now I can push. This check is not as strong as it looks, I'm arguing, because I am defending my weaknesses. This is a move. Then my king can go in here, and I'm still controlling this. Um, if I get my rook here, I might have a potential sacrifice, but it's difficult. Maybe I could try and make this work with a disconnection tactic, but that only works if my pawn is here. So that if you take with the rook, I can take with a pawn, because otherwise you can just take with a rook and it doesn't work. Yeah, so maybe that's difficult. I don't know. So he only has 3 minutes. That will probably help me. So if this and that takes, how do I even defend this pawn? Because I'm not active. So I cannot rush that. And I don't want to let you infiltrate here, so moving my pawn is difficult. If I do this, you get in here, and now what? I mean, you don't actually have a threat? So I can move the king and maybe let a disconnection tactic work? So I go up the exchange. Do you want to go here? But that also achieves absolutely nothing. Maybe you want this. Maybe you want your other rook in to check. So if I do this and that, I don't know. Why am I so passive? Oh wait, you cannot attack me anymore. The pawn I meant, the G pawn. So I can activate my rook actually. And you can infiltrate with 2 rooks. I can put my king here. So no check actually does anything. I could push the pawn and put my king here because I control the b8 square with the bishop. That might work. You could rotate like this. Maybe no, no, no. That doesn't work. And if I do this, you can attack my bishop. Oh, you can. Okay, okay, okay. I'll go back. So you cannot infiltrate to c8 and keep my rook passive. That's probably my point. But I mean, I'm so passive. Maybe now this is the time. But I don't know how, after takes and takes, how do I defend this? I can't. So, mm, Is this a fine time to play this? To activate my king, I cannot. I do surrender this. And does it even make a difference where my pawn is at? Maybe just push it once. Play it slow. This is not too bad. If I can get my king here, at least my king is already a bit more active. And maybe you blunder a kind of disconnection tactic because now my pawn supports it as well. But I mean, defending this pawn is, I think, crucial, but I'm so passive now, so I think that the engine draws this against me easily. Maybe an engine even wins this against me. I'm not kidding. So I can attack your rook. I don't even know what you're threatening. Probably this is your ID. But I mean, everything is still defended. So now, here, take, you go like this, and I still cannot defend that pawn. Um, what if I try and trade a pair of rooks? Because after takes and takes, you can achieve this, but you don't control check. And probably a king is exactly what I need. I could also try and do this, by the way. But then this is undefended, and that's actually quite strong, I believe. Except if I don't know. So does this make sense? So that I can achieve take, you can go here. I can push. Here, push. You can get in there. I can attack your rook. You have to leave. If I go here, you attack my bishop. And my bishop can not go anywhere. Huh. Um, I mean, what else? This? I mean, I just want to see what he does. I'm not allowing any infiltration, and this is quite surely his plan. So I'm just stopping his plan, seeing if he messes something up. I can maybe sack a pawn to activate, but I mean, this piece has to be activated, and if I sack a pawn like this, that's bad. He's probably thinking for my ID. Low-key, I don't really have an ID. I just pacified his pieces, but pacified my pieces with it. Okay. Um, I have no clue if that is a good move. Um, I really want to wait to do nothing. Um, I mean, my king has to defend this. My bishop. Is my bishop doing something? Maybe not. I mean, my bishop don't. I think I can just move my bishop and see what he'd. Oh, but I want to keep this open. So maybe now is just the time to trade. Then you'll have this. I'll go up, you get in, I do this. You cannot do that. Uh, I mean, I have to go for something, right? Oh, maybe that's the way to do nothing. Just keep your king out. Oh, that might have been something, I'm not sure. Take king takes rook e4. Rook e4. King c6. Oh. So if I do this, you give me a check. I go there. You give me a check. I have to go here and you get in. So let's just go here so that I don't allow that. You will probably try to get in. So I think I have to play this so that I don't allow any infiltration. Yeah. But now what? Mm, I mean, ooh. Okay, okay. This is huge. You cannot go there. I don't think that was a good move. Um, here. Yeah, okay, logical, but now pawn structure is frozen. I still cannot defend this. That's quite annoying though. Can I get away with this? This takes, knight takes, bishop takes. Huh. Going here is probably bad. I think I have to do this. And maybe now I can actually defend. Here, there. Okay, you activate your knight. Um. Oh, maybe I'm screwed. I mean, I have to play where I'm winning, right? Yeah, I don't know. You can take this, and I can't really do anything, so I have to try and go for some counterplay. Um, I mean, that should be scary. Yeah, so if I push, how do you stop me from... Oh, but if you can just get your king there, I mean, let's just go for it. I could push. I don't have to take back. Here, there. You can't stop me. So if I do this, how do you stop me? Attack, go here and take. Okay. So this, go back, defend everything. And if you go for this, I can attack your rook. If you take, I queen. Is push just winning? I don't know, but that looks disgusting. Like here. So if I push, you can get in there. So I think this, I have to just attack the knight, which can just move. Huh. So here you go in. So yeah, I have to do this. You will get in. But I mean, I'm still threatening to win a piece for a pawn, which would put me up a piece for 2 pawns. No, you, yeah, I think so, yeah. So check, move, push, take, push, go here, takes. He does have very good counterplay. You also always have check, take, and take. So it's very complicated. And I think the time trouble really serves me. So if I go here, I think I'll first play this. If I do this, you take, I push. You can go back. I'll do this. You have to take and take. And then I have a piece for 3 pawns. So what if I push now? Then you cannot take this pawn. So I do this. I think that's stronger. This I can go in. And then I can take, yeah, like this. If you take, I can promote. So both of your pieces are stunned. I don't have to take that. So maybe just bring my king, but where to? Wait, this is defended. If I take this, if you take, I can take a piece and I'm still defending that pawn, which is clutch. If you do this, I can always just take. I can give a check. Where do you move to? I don't know. I mean, I don't really have to do anything, right? If you take, I can still promote and you'll have to give up your rook. So let's defend everything, make a new threat. And this should be winning now. Wow, this is a hard game. What? Promote? Take, and I have a rook for a pawn? That's a mouse slip. Yeah, I mean, that's hard. Um, yeah, GG. GG well played to my opponent. I think I used my game review already. Wow, that was actually a very good game. I hope that was instructive for you. If you learned anything, like and subscribe. I will see you in an analysis. So Lichess just completely spits on that game, says that we are both horrendous, and yeah. So I was actually losing in the beginning, which is quite hilarious. Then I'm slightly winning. I do play very good, get a nice advantage, but I don't see it at all. I was -4, just blundered it away. Then I was quite equal, but I'm always a bit better. Then I'm still a bit better, but then I blunder it into a draw. All of a sudden, I'm completely losing. Then it's back to a draw. I'm completely losing. Then it's back to a draw. Back to winning for me. I'm completely winning. I'm back to a draw, and then I'm completely winning. So uh, the engine just spits on that game. Um, Badly. So this is all very bad. I should take the center in every fashion except that one. I should keep taking the center, which is valid. I was scared of this, but I mean, yeah, apparently it works. So this is all logical. Yeah, here maybe I should have considered e5, but I should have just instantly played e5 before putting my bishop out. Um, Yeah, I mean, if your opponent just gives you the center, take the center. Fair enough. That was very bad from me. He just plays some dumb moves, but how to punish it, right? So I just develop instead of making the instant pawn break. Fair enough. That's again a very weird move. I just develop. That's an inaccuracy. Okay. I should have seen that this was the idea and preemptively make a escape square for my bishop. Um, I should prioritize the bishops here because I feel like I'm trying to open up the board. And my opponent is maybe even showing me that he doesn't want to castle, aka I should break open the board, so I should prioritize the bishops. I am dumb. So here I just give away my bishop, I develop. here I castle the wrong way. That's a horrible move. And apparently, I mean, that's fine. Take is fine. And here I did calculate both of the fine moves. The engine prefers this slightly. I was scared of that. And here I didn't see what I'm doing because after I move, he gets e4 in, and I thought I was quite losing because after takes and takes, what am I doing and why is this king so safe? I mean, here I have to find breaking open my own king. So, yeah, I don't care. I think that it's quite human to not see breaking open your king. So I did what he says now is the best move. And yeah, I thought sacrificing the pawn made a lot of sense. Take, takes, and apparently I'm winning after takes and takes, and I did calculate all three of the best moves. Um yeah, apparently Queen A5 is also very good, but I mean I don't really see what I'm doing here. Um to be absolutely frank with you, maybe it's just followed by a rook move and then I get my queen over. Um Potentially. So, I mean, I did calculate all of this, which is fine. So he goes for another inaccuracy, and apparently I should just take. This is too fancy, but the third best move, so whatever. Yeah, but you could push. I go in here and here. Yeah, you have to find this or instant counterattack because knight to f4 is quite strong. I did overlook this move. And now I again have to break open my own king, which I don't think is quite human to do. So I just develop a knight, which is good. You go for this, that's the best move. You take, and here taking with the queen, I would argue, is quite brain damaged because I feel like I want to put my king on b8 anyway. So after this takes, queen takes, you have the same position, and I have to play king b8 best move. So now you just let me play king b8 and I get a move still. Yeah, so I was completely right. Here you have to take with the rook because this is just brain damaged. We have the complete same position except I got this move, which I wanted to play anyway, and now it's my move, which goes from 1.3 to 2. So, I mean, mine is right. So I go for this check, take. This is actually a quite good move, I thought. It's fine. It's fine. Um, I mean, the engine doesn't appreciate the move until you play it. Then he thinks it's fine. So, oh no, no, he says 2.5. I did fix it, right? Yeah, you can see the analysis fine. So, I mean, fair enough. I get a knight into the center. You defend this, but that's just a free pawn. Taking it isn't even the best move. I should apparently slide my queen over. Slide the queen. You attack my rook, and I just sag the rook. Because if you take, I can sack my knight, and after takes, check, move, I can take this, and you cannot save your rook because I mean you just don't. I take away everything, fair enough. So I gain back the rook and I got a more active pawn and queen, fair enough. Is that human? I don't know. Maybe with 2 hours on the clock a GM would find that, but I mean it's quite difficult to see this. That would be a forced best move, so you can infiltrate, sack your rook to sack a knight, and all of a sudden you get the exact same position, except this is gone, this rook is gone, this bishop is gone, this knight is gone, but you're winning the rook back, and your queen teleported there. So yeah, I mean, fair enough, it's a bit better, but that's an inaccuracy. I have to activate my queen here. I activated the knight which is not the most accurate move. And after this, that's a blunder. Okay, so this is my big blunder. I should have pushed, take, knight take. Why? What if you just pawn storm me? I mean, this is undefendable, so I'm winning another pawn. I'm up 2 pawns. I mean, fair enough. I had to cough, excuse me. So, yeah, I don't know how human that is, but I thought take takes makes a lot of sense because now I can take and you cannot take back. So I'm up 2 pawns, and after takes and takes, you do win back that pawn which I missed. And here I tunnel visioned. I thought that this was genius and I'm just killing your knight, but I'm creating a weakness for myself, which is very easy to attack, very difficult to defend. So I should activate my rook and let you activate your knight because stopping it is just too expensive. And I mean, I can always trade it off, and that's winning because I'm up a pawn still. Yeah, so I should have allowed that, but now I get such a passive rook, and that's such a minor mistake, but that cost me the game. Luckily enough, he blundered it back, but so here I explained to you I have a winning position because I have an extra pawn, but I don't have a win condition. I don't have a way to win the game yet. So how do I create a way to win it? By just pushing my pawns until I have a passed pawn, and that's exactly how I did win the game. So I started pushing, I didn't blunder anything, tried to just activate pieces, and apparently I shouldn't have allowed check, but I don't think that rook is all too useful. Yeah, and here I calculated correctly that this is probably the most accurate plan, but now I can at least finally activate this rook. So I thought this was just fine. I could just push my king. You don't really have a threat. Apparently, you have to trade off a pair of rooks. I thought that was my job. Um, I mean, yeah, fair enough. But you go here. I defend, which is bad. I should go for activity. After this, and if you take, I can give a check, run, win this. Now I have 3 passed pawns, which are 3 win conditions. So obviously this is winning. And exactly the same thing I told you in the previous video. You can even sack a pawn, maybe even 2, allow infiltration. As long as you invest in your win condition, it might be fine. And here you see, I sack this to win that, but this pawn is not defendable. I will lose this pawn, but I mean, now I have a plan to win, you know what I mean? So that's absolutely fine. I didn't see it. And here I do see the best move. You infiltrate, I kick your rook out. And I should have traded rooks indeed, or pushed for my winning plan. But I didn't see the way to break through because after this take, I cannot defend this. But I can sack the pawn to just have this passed pawn. Maybe that's what the engine wants. The engine wants to play this very, very slowly. Let's say you defend, take, push the pawn, take. This is not defendable. Okay, this is bad. Oh, I have to push like we saw in the game. And now I have a win condition, and now he will have to invest a whole rook into just not allowing promotion. Now I can just kill your king, defend the pawn, so that your rook is frozen, this pawn is frozen. This might be something, but not really. I can push my rook, finally active. You cannot now attack this because my pawn will start running. And there you see that you can just sack a pawn to get a win condition, and that's exactly what I should have done. I didn't see that. Fair enough. This happened. King went up. Now I traded rooks because I didn't see a way forwards. Yeah, you should just planted the king forwards, and yeah, your check is faster than mine. Fair enough. But I mean, opponent didn't see it, went back, I slid over. This is an inaccuracy, but that's a mistake. So now he has counterplay apparently, but that's quite difficult to see. You go back, I activate my king, and I thought that this was a very bad move. But apparently that's just an inaccuracy. I thought that giving me access to this just cost you the game. You give a check first, I activate, you get this in, that's the best move, and now that's a blunder. I just blundered my bishop. Oh my god, I just blundered my bishop. Okay. So I just went back. You took, I push, which is again a blunder. Now you can attack this. I just prepared. Oh my god, and you can always attack like this, and I cannot defend everything. Okay, and apparently I'm losing here, which is absolutely disgusting. But you go back, I can push, takes, and here only move to push for an advantage is A3. I do see it. You have to defend. This is again a blunder. God damn, I don't know anything about endgames. I thought push, knight here, and then I just get the same position. What's the difference? I still keep your king out? Wait, what happened in the game? What's the difference? Here, there, push. And now you have to find check. Take, and you can take this pawn. That's the difference. And now after you defend, I cannot stop you. And this is again a draw because I have to sack my pawn. Um, take. Check, move. I mean, oh no, you are up a pawn and I'm not winning this. Oh, okay, here I'm actually fighting for a draw. Yeah, okay, I didn't see this idea which I did say that that might be a thing, and that was why I was happy with my bishop there. So I should have prioritized that. Okay, fair enough. So he doesn't see it. I go back, and now I said that I'm very happy that I control this, and that he will never have this check and takes option. That's a mistake. I can just take a free pawn. You have to try to do something. I can just play slow now. But you take and mouse slip. But I mean, it was already lost. You have to do this. You can attack, but I can just stop, and I have a pawn for a rook. So I can just give a check. You cannot allow my infiltration, but you have to because otherwise there is a fork, so I can infiltrate. And I mean, I can just play it slow, right? Go like this, maybe this with that to pick up the pawn, and obviously this is completely winning. So if you learned anything, subscribe, and other than that, I will see you in the next one.